Sat Nam, Sat Nam, Sat Nam, sister. Close your eyes and breathe. Allow yourself to feel the closing of winter, the coming of spring. This is what Mama Earth is doing in the northern hemisphere, which most of the people on this recording, the women, are in. The closing of the cold and the stillness and the bringing of the sun. The new creations that are stirring in our hearts and our wombs. We are in the most beautiful, profound year of our lives. And I am so grateful that I walk it with you. The signature this week is quite sweet, as Venus and Mars, the divine feminine and masculine, dance together in Aquarius, and they meet at the 5th and 6th degree, asking our minds to fundamentally change. Can we change our mind about love and support and being vulnerable? Can we really step into the power of being a woman right now on earth? I mean, there is no greater time than now for this acceptance of the beauty of the masculine and feminine and what they can do together. And of course, that entwines within us, but ultimately it makes us whole so we can love another. So we are healing and changing our mind, and then the sweet spot is going to be when it hits at the 6th degree, opening up to receiving. Now, 6 is different than 15 and 25 in the degree system. 6 is personal. Stop getting in the way of love. Stop it. And if you're anything like me, I know exactly what Divine Mama's saying to me in that. Mars, come on. The worst is behind you, baby. Get out of the way. So we do these practices. We breathe, we chant, we move the body. We go into nature and we put our bare feet on Gaia. We jump into cold water, the ocean, a shower. We literally change our state consciously so that we can get awake to what is really happening. Also, the sun, our Papa Sun, is going through a major upgrade. And in that, the flares and these gamma rays are not at all familiar for Earth. They're different. They're higher. We are literally being bathed in a hologram of transformational love. And if we want to carry our addiction and our judgment and our being right, this is going to be so abrasive. But you and I, we're doing Kundalini, man. Ladies, we're doing the work so that we can be porous and soak in the prana. Yeah, sometimes it's going to press some buttons because you and I, we've done the work. We're going to be aware of, can't take that stuff with me into the light. You are a forerunner. You do it first. And I stand with you, my love. I stand with you. This week, on Wednesday, I'm going to do a Tower of Light, and we're going to be using Magdalene, the Magdalene codes of love. And this one is about manifestation of abundance because of love, because of the sweetness of love. We are going to open up through breath work Kundalini rising, and the Magdalene speaks. She will guide us into a incredible journey. This opens us and gets us ready for the full moon. The full moon in Virgo. I love Virgo Pisces energy. I love Pisces energy. I am loaded with it. In its deepest core, it is the song of God. That's what Pisces is. It is the flow of God because it's water. It is the highest alchemy of water in that Scorpio and Cancer do not hold what Pisces does. Pisces is the depths of an ocean. And we know that where is God is not in the sky. It's deep inside. The mother, father live in the cathedral of our hearts. And when Virgo opposes it, and it's going to be at 5 degrees, Virgo gives us the stability and the how-to. Not just be just in the illusion, delusion, and magic. And, we love that shit with Pisces. But Pisces knows, take the medicine from my sister Virgo and let it bring real things, real abundance, real power into your life. And it's at 5 degrees, so we're going to work on healing our minds together. A mental healing. Woohoo! It's always in your head why you missed the mark, right? Susan and I will be harnessing this energy on Saturday under the full moon. Pisces, sun at 5 degrees, Virgo full moon at 5 degrees. Whether you come or not, goddess, just get under the moon. I'm going to tell you a little something because this is just us girls. One of the most powerful things to do is to wear a long skirt into the evening. And when you see that full moon, lift your skirt and put your yoni in the moonlight and breathe. Do it for 7 minutes, long, deep breathing, literally bringing moonshine. The moonshine is like this alchemy of the sun, right? Because the sun is what's shining on that moon. But the moon, the feminine goddess, she's like fully absorbing him and sending it to us. So it's like having 2 suns when we have full moons, right? And I love when we have those special signatures where the sun is rising and you can see the sun, and then you look behind you and the moon is setting. Anyways, at nighttime, this weekend, get your little yoni out there under the moon. I'm telling you, this is going to give you more energy. If you might have a little trouble sleeping after, but breathe into what it's giving you. A peace of mind, a clarity that connects to the hologram of Magdalene's love to create abundance, and just soak it in. We are always being held, my darlings. The moon, the sun, the earth especially holds the memory of the goddesses before us, and that's why I'm taking you to France. We have a couple spots left. The most amazing women are on board. Is France calling you? And don't panic if you can't go this time. We're going next time. We're going next year too. It's so good. And like we're just gonna keep doing this until we're doing something else, Kaylee and I. When Egypt is safer, let me tell you, we're walking into Isis temple together. But for now, South France is calling me. It's going to be the first time Mama Bear has ever been to France. I will be there a week, so I will walk the path that you're going to walk with my guides. And then we'll do it together when you come. The Cathar country is very important because the Cathars teach us how to go through hard times, goddess, and be juicy and joyous and love. And when we stand on the land, when we stand in their castles, we will get to energetically absorb through our feet, our body, our yoni, our heart, that signature. And the signature that the Hathars really will be giving us is what Yeshua and Magdalene put together, and it's called The Way. It's a book that they and their closest disciples, which were not all men. That's why Magdalene is the apostle to the apostles. Whether she was his wife or not, what she was for sure was the closest to him. And you see this in the Bible, but they try to put that aside. And then, of course, all the Gnostic Gospels that didn't make it. And even the Chosen, I love this. They acknowledge it because there's this scene in season 4 where it's just Magdalene and him. And he goes, you feel it because you are listening. He didn't say that to Peter. He didn't say that to John. He said it to Mags. And we are the Magdalenes of our time. And when we go to France, after getting the codes of the way of love, we will go to the grotto. And we will open our heart to where she wants each one of us to go. There is 11 of us together. That is the signature of Virgo. Virgo is really the working mother goddess. Like, you know what I mean? She's my mom. My mom was like a vice president of a bank and raised her kids and owned her own home before getting remarried and having my stepdad help her out. It's a woman that can do it all with grace without breaking herself. And also, Magdalene energy, when we really embrace it, it harnesses youthing, like Kundalini. Doing Kundalini and Magdalene practices, you sign up to get younger. I swear to God, my grandma was a Magdalene. She told me once, you get to a certain age and then you just don't get any older. I'm like, how the fuck is that possible? You know? And although my grandma did get dementia, she was still her. Like, she would forget me in and out. Like, it was so freaking bizarre. But she was one of those women that was so beautiful and kind and wise in that. And physically, she didn't look any different. There was a point where she just went, okay, enough aging. And she stopped. That's part of the Magdalene codes, and we're going to get more into that at GDF. And for sure, when we are in France, it's on, ladies. May and June are very powerful, joyous months. It's going to be kind of like a rest from all of the 2024 upgrade, because the fall will bring, well, actually August is going to bring the signature from the sun, where it's like a push of light, and you'll be filled already. The guru is you, going to France, the women's circles that we lead. You just you cobble up what you can and then do your own stuff. But just know, we need you. We need you, sister, to stand tall, to be a tower of light and love for the world. But let's just start with you and each other for now. Satnam.